Today we take over Barcelona for 10 seasons, and our goal is to win as many trophies as possible. But there will be a big twist, a very special rebuild, especially for all the Barcelona fans, as we are clearing out 100 million of profit per season, every single season, until the end of this takeover, 10 seasons long, so that we make 1 billion profit over those 10 seasons. Which will mean build a squad full of youth academy players that we can sell for a profit later down the line. Maybe keep some of them as well. That's for sure what I want to do. But sell a lot of the first team players. Surely and slowly, 100 million per season if we don't buy any players. We've also got a transfer embargo for the first season, as I don't want to buy anyone. We've got a lot of quality in this Barcelona side. But yes, that is going to be the plan for those 10 seasons. Clear out all the debt of Barcelona's mess. Looking at our squad for season 1, we've got Lewandowski up top. He's already 35, so he will not give us a long time until he drops drastically in his overall. Yamal, of course, what shall you say about this guy? He's 1685 rated, Olmo 2685 rated, a fantastic cam. Rafinha, we've got De Jong and Pedri, both out of position, so we might need to change the system. That will be for later though. Kubarsi at centre back. He's of course only 17 as well. I want him to play a lot of games. I want to build him up just like Balde. Koundé at right back. Martinez is old as well, so we will need to replace him very shortly. Peña in goal. I want to put Ter Stegen in. He's injured in real life, but not in this type of a rebuild takeover. I want to bring Barcelona back to the top by playing the tiki-taka playstyle, the playstyle that got them so effective and so great in the past under Guardiola. That's where the two scouts come in play. Both Christian Calderon and Sandros Lambros go on a hunt to find the next talents from Spain as well as Argentina. Maybe the next Lionel Messi is on the cards. We've already found a crop of good players, good talents, some 14-year-olds. Two of them actually from the default youth academy from Belgium. Parmentier and Vermeulen, very talented left and right midfielders. Cano from Spain, Jimenez from Spain. We have Rojas, the goalkeeper. Agudelo, the first Argentinian. All already prepared to go to the first team and probably get loaned out. Some of them could stay in the first team as well. So let's have a look at how many players and how much we sold the players for. Iñaki Peña goes to Bologna for 14 million. Gerard Martin to Besiktas for 10. That is 24. 47 with Ansu Fati joining Manchester United. 77 for Garcia to Brighton. 13 for Wojciech Szczesny. That is 90 million. And 18 for Inigo Martinez. That is 108 million profit made this season alone. We've also loaned out a whole host of young talented players. And what I haven't told you yet is that if, for example, one season we sell for 150 million, those 50 million are of course going to be taken into consideration for future seasons. So one season we could only make a profit of 50 million. The next season it cancels it out if we then make a profit of 150. And that's also precisely the reason why we sold Andreas Christensen to Atletico Madrid for 45 million, bringing us up to 153 million made in terms of profit in season 1 alone. And this is going to be our formation, 2 CMs and a cam. I've changed it to a more offensive, more adventurous formation. This is the starting 11. Jimenez and Parmentier both on the bench. That is what Barcelona do to their young talents. I've sold all centre-backs so that Kubarsi certainly gets the start. A few more players found, like Nacho Cifuentes, goalkeeper, 16, 64 overall. Cam, Guillermo Sosa from Argentina. We've also got Marchante from the same Argentina. Marin is a super talented striker, by the way. He's 81 to 94 potential. Vermeulen, 82 to 94. And even Cano, the left back, 81 to 94 potential. I'm going to promote Cifuentes and Sosa. It is the end of season 1 and we finish in second place, ahead of Real Madrid, but behind Atletico de Madrid. We are on 80 points, 24 wins, 8 draws, 6 losses. We've also lost the Supercopa final to Real Madrid and an El Clasico final on penalties. The Copa de España final even goes to Atletico Madrid over ourselves, so Atletico do the double and we are still trophyless. That could change as we have finished in the top 8 of the Champions League, went straight to the round of 16 where we dismantled Celtic 4-1. We then went on and defeat Leverkusen 5-3. Semi-finals even we overcome PSG just to win in the final against Borussia Dortmund. Our first trophy is the Champions League. Over the course of the first season, Lewandowski has been on an absolute tear. 48 goals and 10 assists, 29 for Yamal, who is up to a 90 overall at the age of 17. That is crazy. 26 for Rafinha and 15 and 12 for Olmo, with 13 assists for De Jong. We have made about 150 million in profit terms in the first season, still to be left with this super side. Lewandowski is getting old, but he's still delivering absolutely. Ter Stegen also goalkeeper and striker will be on the chopping blocks in a few seasons' time. But for now, we are reaping the rewards of that first season with a Champions League trophy to our name. I want to have nearly a whole starting 11 of youth academy players that are coming in from the youth. So far, we have got a few super talents like Cano, Vermeulen, Marin, even the Argentinian striker, but we will need players like centre backs and centre midfielders in the future as well. And so for the next 3 months I'm going to Portugal with Calderon the scout just to look for centre backs, while the other scout goes to Gibraltar for 3 months to find us CDMs, CMs and CAMs. A third scout is also looking for goalkeepers still, because that's a position where we are still a little bit weak in terms of youth. I think we've had a good first season, second in La Liga, run-robin both Copa de España and Supercopa, but we are the winners of the Champions League. The big one already comes to us in the first season itself. This Eusebio Marin guy is going to be promoted to the senior team. He's now turned 16, just like Christian Osorio. We have gone on and sold Robert Lewandowski to Chelsea for 85 million. His release clause had been met. Clément Lenglet goes to Hilal for 10 million to Saudi Arabia. And Pablo Torre joins Girona for 37 million, which means that we are up to 132 million this season already in terms of players sold, in terms of profit. A few interesting players coming in from Portugal. All these 4 guys, Negrão, Coronha, Abrao and Meirelles, all defensive players and all have got some potential. Just like Vasco Murillo, who is a CDM. Alexander Lucas from Gibraltar, just like Ivan Godfrey, both with very good potentials as well, will get promoted right away to the senior team. We are playing our first competitive game of the season with Marin up top, replacing Lewandowski. 59 rated against Fenerbahce, and we get the win still. Rafinha and De Jong with the goals. We've even sold Pau Victor going to Anderlecht for 3 million. That is so that Marin can get all the game time up top. We have, of course, weakened the side with the departure of Lewandowski and replacing him with Marin, the youth academy player, but I'm going to give him the keys to the castle. That's of course why I've sold Pau Victor as well. Look at the bench, a lot of youth academy players like Noronha, Jimenez, Meirelles, even Sosa in here, along with the stars Gavi, Fermin and Ferran Torres. That is going to be interesting. I don't expect us to win another Champions League, but apart from Marin, everyone is world class as well, so maybe we could look for another champion. It's over and we are the champions for the first time of La Liga. 5 points ahead of Real Betis, 11 ahead of Real Madrid, who still couldn't pick up the pace. Atletico fall all the way down to 4th. We bag a second trophy as well, the Supercopa of Atletico Madrid, the third trophy in total this season after the UEFA Super Cup and the La Liga trophy. We, however, lose the Clasico final in the Copa de España. That hurts. We don't win the Champions League either. Juventus wins that over Dortmund, whilst let's see, where have we been eliminated? 25th in the league phases. Are you kidding me? We have been knocked out in the league phases itself. That is crazy. as the Champions League winner. So, Rafinha with 32 goals, 24 for Ferran Torres, 19 and 16 for Yamal. I just want to see, where is Marin? He only played 11 games. That's not so great. But who replaced him then? Was it maybe Ferran? I think it was. Still, Marin has grown to a 61 overall, and I want to continue to give him a go. Maybe loan him out. I'm really not so sure. But if we loan him out, we need to bring in a top-class striker, and that again will hint our opportunities to make profit in Season 3. What we can do is finally promote Simon Vermeulen from the youth academy to the senior team. Kano is still too young. By the way, just so you know, Yamal at the age of 18, 94 overall. That is just the craziest thing I've ever seen. As now Season 2 is over, we are in a very good spot, already having won all the big trophies in Spain. The UEFA Super Cup as well, La Liga and the UCL, of course, in our trophy collection already. Let's see what we can cook up in Season 3. Okay boys, hear me out. I have found a solution to bring in a player without even spending any money. And you guys know I love free agents. Exactly that is what I'm doing at the start of Season 3. Going in for the 19-year-old keeper Leo Ziegler, German, who will replace Marc-Andre Ter Stegen because I'm selling Ter Stegen. He's already 34. Even though that means we'll go from a 92 to an 80 overall, but we will need to generate another 100 million approximately this season. We'll need to be able to look into the future, and that's why I've once again set up a network in Spain, Portugal and Brazil, even in Season 3. The generation of cash will see Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Ferran Torres both leave the club this season for a combined 117 million. We still have so many players out on loan, as you can see. Nearly half the team, we have 35 players in the team, and half the team are out on loan. So this is the team we are going into the season with. Still Marin up top, the only weakness. But I didn't want to replace him. In fact, I wanted to give him all the freedom of the park. I didn't hire any other striker. Didn't bring any striker back from their loan moves. So that he can, at least this season, try and score as many goals as possible. So Season 3 is over at Barcelona, and we finish in second place, 2 points behind Real Madrid. Yet another defeat in La Liga. We have won our first trophy of the season, defeating Real Madrid in the Supercopa. In the Copa de España we've won as well, defeating Atletico Madrid. That is a big trophy. However, the biggest one is that one, the Champions League, where we finished just outside the top 8 in 9th place. Went through the playoffs where we defeated PSV. We then went to the round of 16, defeating Napoli, defeating Juventus in the quarterfinals, and even Manchester City in the semis, to face Real Madrid in an All Clasico final. And we do win it. A second Champions League trophy in 3 years is impressive. And of course, why am I surprised? Lamine Yamal, 97 rated at the age of 19. He's an alien. 45 goals, 11 assists. 40 goals for Rafinha, even 93 rated. 22 and 11 for Olmo, and even 15 for Eusebio Marin, who has gone up by 8 ratings. A very good season, just about missing out on the treble by finishing second in La Liga, but we've won another Champions League. That is great for the legacy of Barcelona. Look at how many players have returned from loan at the start of season number 4. We'll need to loan out a whole host of them once again. So at the start of season 4, I've made one big sacrifice, selling Dani Olmo. He's 29, 90 rated, and of all places he's gone to Atletico Madrid for 180 million though. So we might even be able to spend something this season. Well, in return, we've gone in for a midfielder from Atletico Madrid, a Spaniard as well, helping our contingency with Spaniards. He's only 20, already 79 rated. It is Javi Velasco joining us for 50 million. Don't know why it doesn't show up here, but of course, this season we have sold Olmo and bought this Velasco guy for 50 million, which means that our profit is of around 130 million. Let's see if we can win our very first trophy of the season against Monaco in the Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup. We win 2-0. Rafinha and Yamal score the goals. I'm actually leaving, where is he? Velasco on the bench Fermin is the starter. I'm going to give him a little bit of a chance. He's 24 only, 82 rated. He can certainly grow. And I hope that Marin will have another big season just like he had last year. These are for now our 4 remaining players in the youth academy. A goalkeeper, a centre-back, centre midfielder and a cam, all from Spain. We are going to promote Jimenez and Lodi. End of season 4, we are absolutely dominating La Liga. Only 3 losses all season long on 93 points, 22 ahead of Real Madrid. We even win the Supercopa of Atletico Madrid to make it 2 trophies this season. And the Copa de España as well, 5-2 over Villarreal. We can make it a treble this season. However, we didn't start off very strong as we only finished in 16th in the league phase. Playoffs, we actually won against Lyon. Then we got knocked out though in the round of 16 to Borussia Dortmund. I can't believe this. Looking at the stats, Rafinha is the man of the moment. 56 goals for him, 29 and 22 for a 20-year-old Yamal. We have 18 and 19 even for centre midfielder De Jong, and 13 this season for Marin, who is once again gone up by 6 overall. We have not won the treble yet. We still are on top in 4 different competitions actually. I didn't count the UEFA Super Cup at the start. But yes, 4 titles in season number 4, our most prolific season so far. At the start of season 5, 1 sale was more than enough to cover all the debts for this season at least. Once again the 100 million threshold overpowered with the 185 million sale of Frankie de Jong, once again to Atletico Madrid as well. As you can see, we are still loaning out a whole host of youth academy players, as well as players like Marc Bernal, Sergi Dominguez, who can still grow, even Hector Fort. We've actually already made a total profit of around over 700 million, to be totally exact, 720.5 million profit in the 5 seasons we've sold players. This season again we won't make any signings. Gavi, Pedri and Fermin can rock the midfield. Even though Frankie de Jong has been left out, has been sold, we still have a wonderful midfield. Even the bench, Casado 84 rated. Yes, there are a few lower rated players. We still have Valle in there, but those young guys are all growing very much. The average age of this squad is super young, with a few exceptions like Rafinha and Araujo. Final youth players in the youth academy for now are Bello, Araz Bello and Jose Luis Pardo, who we can already promote to the senior team and then loan out. At end of season 5, we are the champions of La Liga again. Only 1 loss all season long. Our 3rd La Liga title in 5 years. We also win Supercopa again in a Clásico final over Real Madrid. At the Copa de España, we lose in the same final to Sevilla on penalties. That's very bitter. Let's see how the Champions League went. We were finishing first place, 24 points. We were perfect in the league phase. Went straight to the round of 16 where we lost to Napoli. 4-0 in the first leg we must have lost, because we won the second one 3-1. Still lost 5-3 on aggregate. That is crazy. Yamal is the top scorer again. 21 years of age, 99 overall, 38 goals, 20 assists. He's just crazy. 35 for Rafinha, 27 for Marin this season. He's up to an 82 as well. Very well done by him. We're at the halfway point of the takeover after 5 seasons, and we've already cleared 700 million out in terms of depth. The big mess that Barcelona are in is looking a lot better now. Still, even in season 6, our debt is not fully cleared out. That's why we still go in for cheap options. As this guy from Austria, a centre-back regen. Picking him up from the free agency list, it is Jürgen Klein from Austria, coming to Barcelona. In season number 6, we finished it all off by selling Rafinha, the 32-year-old Rafinha, for 300 million to AC Milan, wiping out all our debts from 720 million to 1 billion. And that is what we wanted to do, and we've already achieved it after 6 loan seasons. Brilliant. The main thing we do this season is bring back Vermeulen, who is going to replace Rafinha. I know it's not the same player, but still, we have developed those young guys. Why not play them Otherwise, it doesn't. At the end of season 6, we lose out on the league by 4 points to Real Madrid. The first time we've lost the league actually for a couple of seasons now. We do let our streak in Supercopa go on, winning that over Atletico Madrid in the final though. On the other hand, we lose the Copa de España. That would have been a nice trophy to have. Will we go trophyless in the big competitions actually? That's the question. Well, we've had a good start in the league phase, finishing third. We went straight to the round of 16 then, where we got knocked out, crushed by Inter effectively. Wow. Well, that's exactly why we've been putting him in the starting 11 all those years. Eusebio Marin up to an 88 overall at the age of 21, 49 goals. He's our top scorer by a country mile. Lamine Yamal with 28 and 17, 18 and 14 for Fermin even from Cam, and 13 for Vermeulen. By far not our best season here. We have to get back on track in season 7. So at the start of season 7, we are making one transfer for 40 million. Of course, this season we've already got 20 million plus because we actually sold players for 1 billion and 20 million. And so now for 40 million, we go in for Thibaut Pelletier, striker from RB Salzburg, a Frenchman, 19 years of age. This is the part from loaning out a whole army of players once more, all those youth academy players. I've sold Sergi Dominguez and Andreas Cuenca, 29.7 million, and of course we bought the player for around 40, which means 11 million loss. However, we are still within the 1 billion profit we made since the beginning. After the sale of Guilherme Meirelles, the former youth academy player, we are now up to 37 million of player sales in season number 7. We've even loaned out our new signing Thibaut Pelletier for a year to AC Milan to get some game time. Leaving us with this squad going into season number 7. Vermeulen at an 86 overall, Yamal still 99, Marin very close to the 90s. We've got Gavi, Pedri and Fermin in midfield, Balde, Cubarsí, Araujo and Koundé, and even Ziegler, a 91 rated Ziegler at the age of 23 in goal. Looking at the average age of the squad, apart from both Koundé and Araujo, we are very, very fine. Look at that front three, 20, 21, 23, the midfield 27, 26. And yeah, the rest of the defense, Cubarsí 23 only, Balde 26 and Ziegler 23. So we are fine with both seasons. Season 7 in the books. We are 9 points clear of Real Madrid. We reclaim La Liga. However, our streak in the Supercopa ends. Real Madrid win that over Villarreal, whilst we've been knocked out by Real Madrid in the semis. The Copa de España, we don't win that either, as Sevilla win it on penalties over Villarreal. Whilst we've been beat by Mallorca in the round of 16, that wasn't great. We finished the league phase in second place, which is always a good thing. Round of 16 then, we knocked out Shakhtar. Quarterfinals, we have been knocked out on penalties, I can't believe it. Another year without a UCL title. That's why Lamine Yamal once again assured that we would do well. 38 goals, 17 assists, 26 for Marin, that is much less than last season, still grew by 4. 5 overall is what Simon Vermeulen grew by. That is crazy, he's 21.90 overall. 15 goals and 19 assists as well for Pedri, is very good. After 7 seasons, we are right now on 4 La Liga trophies, 5 Super Cups, but only a couple of UCLs. That has to change. We've made the biggest margin of profit in season number 8, selling some youth academy players for big money like Vasco Morillo, CDM 22, 78 rated to Werder Bremen. We just needed to give him a chance elsewhere. He's too talented, just like Alexander Lucas, 2377 from Gibraltar. Evan Jotfrey, the same. He goes to Leganés for 37 million. And the biggest sale of all, Jules Koundé going to PSG for 200 million. He's 32, going down from now on. That's why we've sold him. Ramiro Agudelo, on the other hand, the Argentinian, couldn't quite live up to Messi standards. He's been sold to Preston North End for 13 million, making us a profit of about 307 million, if I'm not mistaken. 309 actually it is, to be very exact. A future successor to Ronald Araujo has now been brought in. Araujo is 32, 94 overall still, so still at the top of his game. But this guy here is only 20 years old. We can of course now make big signings as we have made a profit of 300 million. I want us to make a profit every season. Jean Lambert comes in for 75 million from Marseille. Same Jean Lambert has been loaned out to PSG for a season just to give him the necessary game time. Meaning that with another profit of 234 million, we haven't really changed anything on the shape of the squad. Certainly not in the starting 11, a very fine starting 11 still. Fermin is 28, Pedri and Gavi are also 28 and 27, so they've still got at least 3, 4, 5 years at the top. Araujo a bit different, he's 32 now. Fort gets the starting space on the right back. That is a big chance for him to prove himself. Klein still the backup, Valle left back, backup. We've got Velasco of course, 24-88, and even Casado as backup in midfield. Parmentier, 24-year-old, as the backup for both Vermeulen and Yamal. And then still Osorio, that is maybe the weakest point of this squad. I've also set up another scouting network for the season to go to Spain, finding us something new. We are the champions once again. This time it has been very, very close. We've had 10 draws all season long, which is a lot, but still on same points than Real Madrid. I presume better head-to-head record because they have had a better goal difference. We've even defeated our arch rivals in the Supercopa, defeating Real Madrid 4-2 there. And in the Copa de España as well. 2-1 in this competition. We've won everything so far over Real Madrid. And we win our third Champions League of this rebuild takeover. We finished second in the league phases, went straight to the round of 16 where we crashed Juventus. We then went on and absolutely dismantled Atletico Madrid. Semi-finals, we even defeated Man City to face AC Milan in the final, and we win the Champions League for the third time in this takeover. We are right now on 19 trophies after 8 seasons. With those strict rules, I think we've done a good job, but still could do a little bit more in the final 2 seasons. Looking at the overall age of our squad, here we have it. Araujo, the oldest one, age 33, still 94 rated though. Second oldest is Pedri, 29, that's a big difference. And all the others are even younger. Just look at the depth in our squad. And even the young players, we've got 2 19-year-olds, we've got a couple of 20-year-olds, a whole host of 21-year-olds, and look at their overalls as well. Vermeulen, 22, we've got backup goalkeeper Berardi, Osorio I want to sell, but Marin, 23, 95 rated, Yamal, 24, we've got Velasco is 25, Kubarsi, 25, so the ages are absolutely brilliant. One big sale this season. Ronald Araujo is gone up to a 96 somehow when we sold him, but oh well, for 154 million we have sold him to Juventus. But I can't understand, he was 94 rated when we sold him, now he's 96 rated, but oh well. Now that we are debt free, we can also bring in big signings, and that's exactly what we've done. Not overspending by any stretch, making one and only one signing, but replacing Ronald Araujo. For less of the money that we sold Ronald Araujo for, we bring in Jaden Willems, only 21, 88 rated from Wolfsburg. Having sold both Araujo and Osorio for my youth academy player for around 160 million, we've still made a profit of around 20 million this season. This is the starting 11 going into season 9, the second last season. Look at the front three, just amazing. Even the midfield fully 90 plus rated. We've only got 2 players who are not 90 rated, and they are only 21 Willems, the new signing, and 25 Ford, who has grown a lot as well during his stint during the last season. Barcelona's new captain, by the way, is Pedri, as he's the oldest one and also one who's been here for a long time. First trophy of the season. Let's see if we can win the UEFA Super Cup against Napoli as the Champions League winners. Yes, 3-1. Lamine with a brace and Vermeulen with the other goals. Our wingers shine. The end of season 9 sees us claim a 6th La Liga title. We've really dominated that competition. As well as the Supercopa, where we win 7 trophies in 9 seasons, once again defeating Real Madrid. Keep the trophies coming, winning the Copa del Rey as well for a 4th time over Leganés. However, the big one, the Champions League, we finish in second place in the league phase. Jump straight to the round of 16, where we are defeating Chelsea 7-3. Quarterfinals, we are defeating Atletico Madrid 5-3. Semi-finals, we've defeated Wolfsburg. And in the final, we defeat Manchester City, winning fourth UCL already. This team has really come into its own. Best season in terms of scoring. 40 goals for Marin, 39 for Yamal, that is crazy. And even 29 for Vermeulen, 13 and 14 for Vermin, who is up to a 92. Gavi 94 rated. We have Hector Fort, who is 90 rated as well. Crazy team. We have won 5 trophies in Season 9 alone, putting our total trophy count up to 24 after 9 seasons. Can we bag some more trophies in the final one? We have created an absolute monstrosity of a side here. Just look at all the players who returned from loan. Goalkeepers 3. We have 86 rated centre back in the reserves, an 83 rated centre midfielder, Jimenez, with only 21. A phenomenal bench. I mean, yeah, just look at Cano, who returned from loan, 23, 88 rated, and he can't even get into the team. Every player in the starting 11 now 90 plus rated. That is a perfect sight. I found this one guy, Gustavo Pardon, 16 years old, as a cam. He can be one for the future, gets promoted and loaned out. However, even in the final season, we've made one big sale. Alex Valle, who's been with the team for a long time, since the beginning, goes to Villarreal for about 52 million, another big margin of profit. We have targeted the profits over the course of these 10 seasons. We have actually made a profit of 1.3 billion. That is absolutely crazy, and still ended up with this kind of a squad. Yamal, Marin, Vermeulen, an absolute fiery front three, still in their 20s. Fermin, Pedri and Gavi at our midfield. Our oldest player in the whole squad is 30 years old, which is Pedri. Balde 29, we have Kubarsi, Willems, and even Hector Fort 90 rated, and Sigla in goal. A free agent we picked up, now 95 rated. A phenomenal bench, 2 phenomenal centre-backs who are only 22. Cifuentes, a good backup goalkeeper. Even Berardi still there as probable or possible backup keeper. We've got Velasco and Casado for the midfield, Parmentier and Pelletier for the striking options, and even Pardo for the future. Of course, without counting in the players that are still out on loan, like Pardo, like Suarez, the right back, Jimenez, the centre midfielder, another Jimenez, Cam, who is there on loan at Fiorentina. So a wonderful future ahead for Barcelona. The question now is, can we bag some more trophies? How many can we bag in total? Maybe 30. That would be a little bit much, but who knows? What is it? 7th time now we've won La Liga in Season 10. 7 out of 10 times by a 25-point margin as well. Absolutely incredible. We have lost the Supercopa final. We don't win that for an 8th time. So 7 La Liga titles, 7 Supercopa titles. We don't win Copa de España, so we stay at 4, as we've already been knocked out in the round of 32. However, the big one, 6th in the league phase, round of 16, we defeated Feyenoord. Quarterfinals, we defeated Lille. Semi-finals, we defeated Frankfurt to face Spurs, and we defeat them 3-2 in the Champions League final to win yet another, a 5th Champions League title in 10 years. Again, Yamal and Marin's sharing the spoils here. 35 goals for the both of them. 23 for Vermeulen, who is up to a 94 overall. 15 and 15 for Fermin, and even 10 goals for Gavi. This is your final Barcelona squad. We've got Marin, 97 rated at the age of 25. Remember, we brought him up through the youth academy. Played him during a whole load of seasons. He was the lowest rated player, but still we stuck to him, and that is what you get. 25 years old, 97 rated. Fermin, 93 rated. Vermeulen and Yamal, both still only 24 and 26. 94 and 99 rated. Yamal was 99 rated for 6 years now already. I've never seen such thing. 97 rated Pedri. We have a 94 rated Gavi. Pedri is also the oldest one in the team. Balde, 30 years old, 97 rated. 95 rated Kubarsi is crazy. And a 91 rated Willems with Fort at 91 as well. Ziegler 96 rated. A crazy team, crazy bench even. Pelletier on the bench. We've got Velasco 90 rated. Lambert 88 rated. Cano from the youth 90 rated. A phenomenal side. In total, we've won 27 trophies. There are, of course, only listed the big ones. 7 league titles, 4 domestic Copa del Rey trophies, and also 5 Champions Leagues. The super side on a total profit of 1.3 billion using a whole lot of youth academy players. I hope you enjoyed this video, lads. It took me a long time to do this, but I really enjoyed it. If you want me to do it with any other team, then let me know in the comments. While you're down there, please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.